The FDA has officially announced its plan to ban red dye number 3, a common petroleum-based food additive that has been linked to cancer. It's in your candy, your snacks, even some of your medicines. But did you know this artificial food coloring has been linked to cancer for decades? So why has it taken so long to be banned? And what does this mean for your health? Let's talk about it. Welcome back to the Vitality Report. Today we're discussing a major shift in food regulation, one that's long overdue. The FDA has officially announced its plan to ban red dye number 3, a common food additive that's been linked to cancer in laboratory studies. This move could change the way many of our favorite processed foods and candies are made. But why is this happening now? And what does this mean for consumers like you? Let's get started. Red dye number 3, also known as erythrocene, is a synthetic petroleum-derived food coloring that has been used in a variety of products for decades. It's what gives many candies, frostings, and even medications their bright red or pink color. You may have seen it listed on ingredient labels as FD&C red number 3. You may be wondering, where is red dye number 3 commonly used? It appears in a wide range of foods. According to data from the U.S. Department of Agriculture, red dye number 3 is found in more than 9,200 U.S. food products, including popular candies like jelly beans and gummy snacks, cereals and sodas, frostings and cake decorations, certain medications and dietary supplements, as well as maraschino cherries. Despite its widespread use, concerns over the safety of red dye number 3 have been raised for decades. The controversy surrounding red dye number 3 goes back to the 1980s, when studies found that high doses of the dye caused thyroid tumors in rats. This led the FDA to ban its use in cosmetics and externally applied drugs in 1990. However, for more than 30 years, it remained legal in food and oral medications. Now the FDA is finally taking the next step. But why did it take so long? The food industry has argued that red dye number 3 is safe at the levels typically consumed in a normal diet. However, advocacy groups like the Center for Science in the Public Interest, CSPI, have been pushing for its ban for decades, citing concerns over potential health risk, especially for children who are more likely to consume artificially colored foods. On January 15, 2025, the FDA officially announced its decision to ban red dye number 3, citing a petition submitted in 2022 as the primary driver for this long-awaited change. The petition called for the dye to be evaluated under the Delaney Clause in the Federal Food, Drug, and Cosmetic Act, a regulation that mandates the ban of any food additive shown to cause cancer in humans or animals. The FDA acknowledged that studies conducted on rats demonstrated a link between red dye number 3 and thyroid tumors. However, the agency also noted that similar results had not been observed in human studies. According to the FDA's statement, the scientific data available does not conclusively prove that the dye poses a threat to human health. Despite this, the ban is moving forward as a precautionary measure aligning with long-standing concerns from health advocates. Food manufacturers will have until January 15, 2027 to remove red dye number 3 from food products, while companies producing medications containing the dye will have until January 18, 2028 to comply with the new regulation.
There is evidence that it may be toxic to human consumers, that it may even either initiate or promote the development of tumors,
Professor Eric Millstone is an expert on food additives and told us European countries take a much more cautious approach to food safety.
Can we say for sure that these differences in regulations mean that people in the US have developed cancers that they would not have developed if they'd been eating only in Europe?
I think that is almost certainly the conclusion that we could read.
It's important to note that the FDA's recent decision aligns the United States with several other countries that have already prohibited the use of red dye number 3 and other artificial food additives. Since 1994, the European Union has banned this dye in food products. Additionally, countries like Japan, China, the United Kingdom, Australia, and New Zealand have implemented similar bans due to health concerns. This global shift reflects a growing emphasis on consumer safety and the move towards natural alternatives in food coloring. The FDA has given food manufacturers 2 years to phase out red dye number 3. This means that by late 2026, products containing this additive will no longer be on store shelves. Public health advocates argue that this ban should have come much sooner, but it's still a victory for consumer safety. Other countries, including the European Union, have already placed stricter regulations on synthetic food dyes, opting for natural alternatives like beet juice or paprika extract. So, what can you do until this ban is fully in effect? Choose whole foods. Fresh fruits and vegetables don't need artificial coloring. Check ingredient labels. Look for FD and C red number 3 or erythricine and opt for products that use natural alternatives. Support brands making clean ingredient choices. Many companies are already moving toward plant-based food coloring. The Environmental Working Group's Food Scores website is a great place to start researching clean brands. Have you checked your pantry for products containing red dye number 3? Are you happy about this ban, or do you think more should be done to regulate artificial food dyes? We'd love to hear from you. Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to the Vitality Report for more updates on health news and wellness trends. Thanks for watching. Until next time, stay healthy and stay vibrant.